Hi, welcome to the brief tutorial on understanding how implementing solver of the game Kenken in programming language Python. I am Nicola. I am a student on an interactive programming course in Python. I built this tutorial to help my fellow classmates to better understanding what has been done in week 2 by this course. Now look at the context of week 2. In section week 2, we learn about event-driven programming, local and global variables, and package simple GUI. In section week B2, we learn about buttons and input fields. My tutorial explains these concepts through implementation solver of the game Kenken, of course, in programming language Python. Now, we see the rules of the game Kenken. Now we see the all solutions table of the game Kenken. This is the solution table 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now we will see how the program works. First click on the button Help and we see the instructions for users. First instruction said, when program starts, first click on Begin button. Instead of X, write 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Click Enter. If you don't change anything, only click Enter. Now we set up the initial position of this Kenken board. When you want set up, when you set up initial position, click how many times you want on solution button. Only 2 solutions. Okay. When you want to set up new initial position, first click on Reset button. Now we do this and press Enter. This is the new initial setup position. Now again click how many times you want on solution button. Now we have a fourth solution. Set Click on solutions, no solution. Now I will explain the problem structure of this my application. Globals, helper functions, first this is not the part of it too. Define event handlers, create a frame, register event handlers, start frame animation. Globals. First, second globals, third globals. Any later other globals explained in CodeSculptor. Helper functions. Define event handlers. Here we define event handler and call the appropriate helper function. Now, define event handler, appropriate helper function. Enter 1, enter 2, and enter 3 are the input handler for input fields. Create a frame, title of frame, wide of the canvas, high of canvas and control area, and wide of control area. In this code line we set canvas background on white. Register event handlers. The contour object event handler. 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 Control object event handler. Remember, the label is the only control object that does not define event handler. And so finally, start frame animation. Now we look at the same code. We have close this frame and run again. Okay. First, we click on this, begin. This, what you see, implemented in this line or code block. Now, when I press enter, draw this. In this line. In this line, input handler for input inner and message equals to inner and draw red. press enter. This code block is executed. Solutions, find the solutions. Find the solutions. We have in this code block this is the local variables, and these variables will be visible only in this function. This is not these variables are undefined outside the block of this function. We set current up position, initial position, and now we want to find the solution for table 1, table 2, and if you see that the table 1 we solution 1 assigned to true value, and so on. Now we know the solutions, and we want display solutions on canvas in red color, one by one solutions. And of course we found solutions assigned to true, because we know what is the solutions for current setup initial position. Show, if not show, show, and show assigned to true, and so on. This is the solution table in presentation, solution table 1, solution table 2, and so on. Now, when we have 4 solutions and 4 solution display. What happens when we click on this button? Again, first solution. This code block is for that. Okay. Thank you for joining this video tutorial, and I hope to see you in tutorials related to some other weeks, of course, an introduction to interactive programming in Python.